Yes, sir. What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Denali, aka Don Squally, and we are back at it with another Forza 7 video, man. Now, the more I play this game, the more I'm getting into it. I mean, the graphics, you know, the more you look at the game and the way that the wing shakes and stuff when you get up to the high RPMs and those exhaust tips start vibrating, it really is on a whole nother level. And we got those never-ending, you know, dying batteries here on the channel. You guys know how we do it. It's a bit of a struggle, man, from day to day. But as you guys probably already guessed, we are taking another request off of one of our YouTube videos, man. Now, if you guys do have any requests, don't forget to drop them down in the comments section. But for today's video, our request is coming from one person in particular. David Murdoch on YouTube wants to see a limo NASCAR build. Now, I know for sure we can get the limo part of this done. As how close I can get it to a NASCAR is a completely different story, man. But it just so happens that I was gifted this car through the limo challenge here. And what it is the Cadillac. Went a little bit too far there. And the car that I'm talking about today is the 2013 Cadillac XTS limousine. Now, the funny thing about this, front wheel drive, 304 horsepower. We're gonna do a little bit of modifications to this car today and see if we can maybe upgrade a few things to make it more like a NASCAR. We're gonna start out in the conversion options, obviously, more than likely with an engine swap. Now, I'm not too sure what engine this thing comes with. So I don't know why in Forza Motorsport 7 they don't tell you the displacement. It just doesn't. I'm thinking this is 304, I don't know, front wheel drive, maybe some kind of a turbo Cadillac motor. But I think for the sake of it being a NASCAR, I think we're going to have to go with that 5.9 liter V8 racing. Now, obviously, 6.2 liter V8 looks like some sort of a street application here, 415 horsepower. The racing engine, a whopping 825 horsepower, man. This thing's going to cost us about 60 grand today, but I'm more than happy to put it in here for you guys. As far as the drivetrain swap, you just can't put this kind of power down with the front wheels. So what we're going to do is put a rear wheel drive, what is this? The drivetrain swap in here. We're going to do it rear wheel drive. Obviously, the only way to go. Now, front bumper wise, that big lip really makes this thing look a little bit ridiculous, but I mean, it's going to be a racing car, so it's definitely going to need some sort of downforce. Now, the wing, I'm definitely not feeling the wing on this thing, so we're going to go ahead and pass on that. Obviously, with the tire compound in the past, I've had trouble with the race tire compound, so I'm going to go with a sport tire compound on this one. Hopefully, we can keep this thing on the road and not have to heat up those tires too much. Now, I am going to widen up the tires both front and back. We're going to need as much grip as we can. Now, I'm not sure which route I want to go with the wheels. I'm going to look through a couple of different options here. Now, keeping in mind NASCAR, but I also want it to look somewhat suitable for the street as well. So I'm going to skim through a few options here and let you guys know what I come up with. Now, I did go through quite a few options, but right off of the bat, I was pretty much sold on these, what are these, Asante's AF134s. I mean, for a Cadillac, they're a good look, but they have a really nice dish, and I think they suit this car very nicely. So we're going to go ahead and buy those wheels up. Now, as far as the diameter, I'm thinking 20s on a Cadillac are pretty good. Now, NASCAR, probably not going to have a 20-inch wheel on it, but for this thing, I think it needs to look the part as well as perform well. So we're going to go ahead and add those on there. We're going to put a clutch on here, most definitely. I'm going to upgrade the transmission. I don't know how they're going to mount a front-wheel drive transmission to this big old rear-wheel drive engine, but we're going to upgrade the transmission nonetheless. Differential, I guess we'll throw on the differential here. Hopefully put the grip down a little better than the stock diff that was in this car. Brakes, we're going to go ahead, install those race brake springs and dampers. Let's lower this thing down to the ground, make sure that it looks nice. And I'm going to add sway bars just because this thing is such a big car. I feel like it's really going to benefit from it. Now we're building an absolute monster here. We're going to add a little bit of weight reduction in on that too, again for the weight savings. And now that we got that out of the way, oh, it looks like the only option here is going to be a restrictor plate. Now, what are these going for? Very cheap in the restrictor. I guess we'll remove the restrictors. What does it cost me here? $1,300. You might as well to get the full potential out of the engine. And now what we have here is probably the most insane car I think I've ever built on YouTube. We're going to jump into the tuning section here. Now, gearing I'm not going to touch until we get out on the track. Alignment, we are going to go ahead and leave the alignment the way that it is, but I'm going to slam this thing to the ground. I'm interested to see what a slam limousine performs like, if Forza actually is going to make it bottom, the car bottom out. And the diff actually looks good to me, so we'll leave it the way that it is. Last but not least, we're going to hit that paint shop. Actually, this is not the paint shop. We're going to hit the paint car section. There it is. Actually, you know what? Since we're going for the NASCAR, I'm going to see if there's any types of NASCAR designs here for these limousines, just to keep it interesting. We'll see what we can come up with here. Now, obviously, we're going to have some very strange designs for limousines here. Not quite sure if we're going to hit the nail on the head with this one, but I just want to go through a few things here, see what we can find. Now, definitely nothing that I'm really too keen on here. So I think we're just going to go back and probably paint this thing up ourselves. Now, I'm going to go ahead, paint this car I don't know, man. What do you guys say? Let's skim through a few colors. What are our obviously black, the only option for a limousine. Let's see. I like white, actually. For a limo, white's not the worst look ever. And it really shows the body lines, I think, a little bit better than the black. Sometimes, not in all situations. And I just don't think like an actual color is gonna do this thing any justice. So I'm almost sold on the white here. I'm gonna go ahead, drop that white paint on here. Maybe we'll do like a black hood and a black roof and a black trunk. Mirrors are good. The wheels, I definitely want to paint these things. I don't want chrome wheels on this thing. Go ahead, tint those windows. That limo tint, gotta have it. Save that to the car. And obviously hit the decal shop here. Drop a couple on the roof here. Hopefully we can do this quite easily. I don't want to have to be... Oh, look at this, man. This is enormous. This is just a gigantic car right now. Move that. Let's see if we can get the top of the trunk as well. Yes, we can. That's actually looking perfect. Very nice. And the rear bumper, let's go ahead and just square up this trunk here real quick. And now that we got that out of the way, I'm thinking this thing is looking pretty dope right now. It'll be probably the most sportiest limousine I'll ever see in my lifetime. So with all that taken care of, I think the only thing left to do is take this thing out on the racetrack. Now I'm probably going to take this thing out on a NASCAR track. Now, I'm not sure if I want to take it out on like a complete oval, but I do want to take this out on some sort of a NASCAR track that has a big straightaway. Now, I'm not too keen on NASCAR, but I did see a big oval circuit. I'm wondering if they have an actual racetrack as well. Right here, Homestead, Miami. I know, what is this place? Hockenheim Ring. They have the Indianapolis Speedway. Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm pretty sure they do NASCAR here. So let's go ahead, jump up in here. Now, where are the complete tracks? There's the big oval there, Grand Prix circuit. And the Grand Prix circuit alternate. Let's go ahead and hit that Grand Prix circuit. Looks like it has a big straightaway. And let's see if this thing's any good on the track. Now, I am expecting this thing to be an absolute monster, which there is no question it absolutely is. We're doing this all in a limousine right now. The big key is going to be how does it handle around the corners. Weight distribution, actually not too bad. Oh my God, this thing is crazy right now. It actually doesn't oh, we're in reverse there, my mistake. It actually doesn't handle all that bad, to be honest. Grip is definitely a thing of the past. You're constantly struggling for the grip there. Oh man. We're on a straightaway and I'm trying to keep her straight. Ease into the gas. Wow. Wow, man. Okay, this thing is absolutely nuts, man. I'm pretty sure this is probably the most crazy car that I own in Forza right now. Okay, easy, easy. A limousine, ladies and gentlemen. This is happening all in a limousine right now. I want to get an interior view, see what it feels like to be the driver in this giant limousine. You can feel that back end, definitely when you're inside. You can feel the back end swinging out. We just hit what I think, what was that, a tire wall there? Okay, let's get back outside there. Oh yeah, that wasn't a tire wall, Squally. That was definitely an actual wall. The back end just swinging out. I think you really need to be on the outside in order to really get the depth perception of this thing, because when you're used to just driving a car that swings around, very short wheelbase, then you jump inside this thing, it's just a whole nother experience. First time I think I've ever driven a limousine in any Forza game, so I'm pretty, this is pretty awesome for me. Big flames coming out those dual exhausts back there. Now this is an XTS, not a CTS. So originally front wheel drive setup, now converted to a rear wheel drive, which is definitely, I think, the way to go for this. I don't think front wheel drive would, you just wouldn't be able to get the back end out, and it would, I feel like it would make turning a lot more difficult. This thing is just mobbing right now. Breaking loose at 120 miles per hour, man. Getting into these turns quite nicely, actually. I think the weight reduction coupled with the nice sway bars in the front and the back there definitely helping this thing. Oh, don't hit the wall. And we hit the wall. Wah, wah. Wrecked our nice splitter. Look at that. Completely demoed it. Making it look like, I don't know, like a moose knuckle or something. But we're going to go ahead, restart this race real quick so that we're starting with a nice fresh car here. Probably pull off to the side somewhere, take a nice thumbnail screenshot here for our YouTube thumbnail is what it's called, man. I guess I didn't really have to reiterate that twice. But I'm thinking we're going to probably pull off to the side here and put an end to this video. Want to get this nice NASCAR track in the background here. So as always, if you guys did enjoy this one, don't forget to smash that like button. If you guys want to see more and you're not subscribed yet, definitely do so. You know, and let me know what you guys want to see. I mean, this is one of those builds that as soon as I seen it, I knew it was perfect for the channel. This is the kind of crazy, out-of-the-box type of stuff that I want to see, man. So definitely let me know what you guys want to see. And as always, I'm your boy, Denali, a.k.a. Don Squally. I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and we're going to catch y'all mofos at the next one, man. Peace. Recovery of a lifetime. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, keep on rolling there. Yeah. Don't worry about the race or anything.